Hey, I'm Ascending Luna and welcome to my channel. In today's Pick a Card, we are channeling what you need to release for the full moon in Virgo happening on March 18th, 2022. Take this last full moon of the astrological year as New Year's Eve. So what do you need to release that no longer serves you? We got 3 piles here. So pile 1 is the empath, and we have this. See if you could see it. Sparkles. It's a blue sandstone. Pile 2, I believe it's lapodite. I might be butchering that. With the card Higher Self. It's this beautiful purple white crystal here. And then pile 3 with the Priestess, with this blue lace agate. Okay, so meditate on each pile. Timestamps are provided down below, and I'll see you at your pile. Hi, pile 1, this is your reading. So let's get started for what messages you need to know about this full moon in Virgo. So you got the empath. And that is, learn to protect your sensitivities and cultivate boundaries to create a safe space in which you and your desire to be of service can thrive. We got the 4th house, roots. This talks about the family, home, self-care, and also your inner world. We got space. We also got prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus, and fear. Okay, so for this full moon in Virgo, I feel that you need to work on your shadow work. This is giving me really a lot of shadow work here. It's giving me like you've been avoiding it for some time. For some reason, this is also talking about the inner child here. I see here, I'm really drawn to this card right here. I feel like this is your current self and your inner child. And your inner child is in a bubble right now, and it's begging to be called out, released from the cage here, the cage of fear. Let's see. Now with the prosperity lies ahead, this could talk about the material world, but I feel like this is about self-worth. That Spirit is wanting you to focus on your self-worth. There is a lot of shadow here, a lot of black. And to me, that also is about protection. But also, I feel like you need to face your shadow here. See, yeah, learn to protect your sensitivities and cultivate boundaries to create a safe space in which you and your desires to be of service can thrive. You need to learn how to embrace your shadow with this new moon in Virgo. It's time to release any doubt, any fear about your self-worth. Now, this could have been these doubts and these fears could have stemmed from, from your childhood, obviously from roots here. And starting this new astrological year, it's going to go more smoothly for you if you embrace your shadow here. I feel like a lot of people are afraid of shadow work because, it is a painful and daunting task to go through, but it's also very rewarding. And once you face that darkness, that shadow, you get to better understand yourself. And then other people could understand you better. Okay, so let's dive a little bit deeper with some tarot here. So yes, definitely for this full moon in Virgo, it's time for you to release any doubt of your self-worth and embrace your shadow. We got the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is the most reliable knight. This knight will put in the work. It's slow, it's steady, and it's grounded and patient. And Spirit wants you to be patient right now. You are putting in the work. You are laying down the foundation. But you may feel a little bit impatient because you want, I mean, anybody, everybody, including myself, I want fast healing. I want it now, here, now. And sometimes you just have to go through it. Savor every moment of healing. That way you never have to repeat that lesson, that wound again. Okay? Let's see what else. What else there? We got the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a mature and very balanced energy. Okay? I feel that with this Nine of Pentacles, you are able to slowly, steadily move into this mature and emotionally balanced person. It might feel right now that, you know, you're kind of trying to hide yourself, shelter yourself here. Trying to be almost, I'm getting like disassociated. Like you might have disassociated yourself because you feel so much and it almost overwhelms and scares you. And facing your shadow will give you that courage to do the work, to find the self-worth that you have inside. I know that you've been trying to protect yourself here. This is really, I'm really focusing on here on this card, is that you're really trying to protect yourself, but there is a light that Spirit wants you to walk into and to release that fear of your shadow, that fear of the wounds from your roots, from your childhood. I mean, it could be, you know, even recent wounds, but in order for you to be of service to yourself and to others, you need to embrace every single aspect of yourself here. Pile one. What else, Spirit? What else? Ooh, too many. What else? For pile one, Spirit. We got the Eight of Wands in reverse. So upright, the Eight of Wands is about communication and fast movement. And reverse, it talks about delays and frustration. It's about waiting. If you don't face your shadow, you are going to delay your progress even more. Facing your shadow is, like I said, it's a very daunting task, but it's very rewarding. And I also feel that you as an empath, if you consider yourself an empath, you feel for the whole collective here. You feel for others. And that leaves no room for anybody to help you. And I feel also here too, you need to speak out and ask for help. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. Spirit is asking you to snap out of this disassociation. It's time to release any self-doubt, any fears that you have, and bring in clarity. Clarity to your life. Once you integrate all aspects of yourself, including your shadow self, opportunities are going to open up for you. Okay? It's not a quick fix here. The most reasonable approach here for your healing is to put in the work and do it at a slow and steady pace so repeated wounds do not get triggered again. Okay? And I'm just going to go ahead and give you some advice here, pile one. Let's see. Pile one. What advice do you need, pile one? Let's see. Exhale that bullshit. Okay. Today, practice the ancient meditation techniques of inhaling the good shit and exhaling the bullshit. Think about good shit like puppies and pandas and pineapple, or think of things that don't start with the letter P. Breathe that in like it's sparkles. Exhale bullshit stuff like anxiety, self-doubt, resentment. Let it leave your body like dust being cleared out. It works. At the very least, you have an idea about what stuff you like and what stuff to dump on your therapist. So what was I talking about? If you need help, ask for help. But also, it's time to release that self-doubt, that anxiety, that resentment that you might feel from your childhood. Okay? It's time to embrace and really feel your emotions and go through the shadow. That way you can go forward with your life. I feel like this whole disassociation that you might be doing, this whole protectiveness here, which you have every right to protect yourself. Yes, you have boundaries that you have set in place, but it might be you might be caging yourself up, and spirit is asking you to be free. Okay? So I'm going to leave this message here for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, leave a comment below, like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in your next reading. Bye-bye. Hi, pile 2. So let's get started with your reading. We got the higher self. Stop longing, still your mind, and allow your higher self to use its infinite resources to comfort and guide you to the fulfillment of your desires. So with this full moon in Virgo, I could tell you right now that it's time for you to release yourself from yourself. In other words, stop holding yourself back here. Okay. We also got trine, flow. We got reflection. Believe in the impossible, blue moon. Pull this up a little bit more. Okay. And last card, realization. For this full moon in Virgo, Spirit wants you to connect with your higher self, to go with the flow and see what is being mirrored back to you. I feel like you've been getting a lot of synchronicities about what direction you should be heading towards, and you're kind of resisting. It's almost like you don't believe that you're capable of getting yourself from point A to point B. And all you have to do really is walk through the door. There's a lot of element here of water with the reflection, water here. It's giving me like you have so many dreams that you want to achieve, and somehow you hold yourself back. And with this full moon in Virgo, it's very important that you release this expectation of certain things have to go a certain way. You just need to go with the flow. You need to go through steps. Just go with the flow. It's just taking the first step to starting that business or going back to school. Your higher self is trying to guide you here to your desires. And you even have this key here, this door that looks like a key. And all you have to do is just walk through it. Now, keep hearing this once in a blue moon. And it almost feels like you don't believe that the impossible is possible. But your higher self, spirit, want you to know that the impossible is possible for you. You're divinely guided here. All right, so let's get a little more in depth here with some tarot. All right, what is it that pile 2 needs to know about this full moon in Virgo? It's like I hear make a wish and your wish will be granted. Oh my God. We got the Wheel of Fortune. So this is good luck. This is fate, destiny. This is changes. This is like such a lucky card. And Spirit wants you to believe this is you. Like you need to believe it. That luck is on your side. That fate is on your side. That everything that you want is within reach. All you have to do is just walk through that door. Okay, let's see what else got. What else? Yeah, the 2 of Pentacles, which is also about weighing your options, making things a priority. I feel like you're in a seesaw here right now. You're up and down. Should I do this? Should I not? Should I do it? Should I not? And Spirit is saying, Spirit, your higher self, the universe, whatever you believe in, is telling you, just do it. Believe. Decide what you're going to do and stick to it. Because whichever way you go, you're going to be successful. Let's see what else. This one's straight to the point. So your higher self is saying, hey, let's get the ball rolling. Okay. We got the King of Swords. This is somebody who is disciplined, who takes things seriously, and and knows their truth. You know your truth. Your higher self knows your truth. You know that you are capable of big, magical things. You know that. And maybe you need some validation from outside of you, but Spirit is wanting you to give yourself the validation here. You need to go with the flow of your higher self. One more. We got the Devil. This full moon in Virgo, let go of that toxic oppression that you have about yourself. Release yourself from that attachment that you are not successful, that you cannot have your desires, that things are impossible for you. It's time to release that. That no longer serves you. Those ideas do not serve you anymore. Okay? Your spirit, your higher self is very stern. And maybe that's what you need. You need a little bit of discipline and sternness here. So I'm just going to give you an advice for this full moon. see. Advice for pile 2. Advice for pile 2, Spirit. We got, in order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. Anything truly cool about you was created from the life you lived. Remember that when you start to wind down the shame spiral, no time is wasted, no love is wasted, no tears are wasted, no breath is wasted. You being you is important. Every single thing that made you is of value. Tell shame to suck it. I feel that the toxic attachment, the oppression that you have towards yourself, it is about shame. Maybe you're afraid that, I want to say you might be afraid that you feel like you're not going to be good enough or successful enough, that you don't deserve success, that you don't deserve your desires. But your higher self wants you to know that stop spending time on other people's opinions about you. You might have had people in your past that weren't very supportive, and Spirit is wanting you to bring love into the situation here and love yourself for all the trials that you've been through, all the experiences you've been through. And it's time to release any shame, any doubt that you have for this full moon in Virgo here. Okay? So I'm going to leave this message here for you. If it resonated, I would love to hear from you. I will see you in another reading. Bye-bye. With your reading. All right. So you got first is the Priestess. Be still and know. Listen to your hunches and intuition. Be ready for solutions to seamlessly unsolvable problems to appear. We also got the Moon. Feelings. This talks about your intuition, your gut reactions. It's also about your femininity and your emotions. So this ties really well here with the Priestess. We got Death. Time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. Ooh, so a lot of water because the moon is also ruled by Cancer here. And Death by Scorpio, and then you got Scorpio here. So you might have some water in your chart, more so Scorpio. And then we have Gratitude. Okay. So for this full moon in Virgo, Spirit, the universe, whatever you believe in, wants you to stop resisting this Priestess energy inside of you. I feel like you are extremely intuitive. And I'm hearing here with this Death card that there needs to be a transformation being made. It's giving me ego death here. With the it's time to release negativity, you might have gone through a tower moment, a dark night of the soul, and you're still holding on tightly to whatever this lesson was that you just experienced. Whatever this tower moment was, you're still holding on to the negativity of it. And Spirit wants you to use this full moon in Virgo to release that negativity and find gratitude in it. Even though right now it doesn't seem like it was a solution. It was a solution for you to step in to your priestess here, your priestess energy. You have to trust your gut feeling. Right now, I feel like your mind is playing games with you. Your ego is talking and is trying to take control of the situation. This situation, whatever this Tower moment, it could be anything. It could be a relationship ending. It could be a change of job, disagreements with families. It could be anything. But whatever this Tower moment was, this Spirit is wanting you to embrace this ego death, this full moon. And to see it with gratitude, because it only gave you more strength to tap in to your intuition. Okay? So let's get a little bit more in depth with some tarot here. So what else? What does pile number 3 need to know about full moon in Virgo? We got 9 of Cups in reverse. This talks about overindulgence, disappointment, unhappiness. Yeah, this Tower moment, whatever this was, that you're holding on so tightly to, it's clouding your judgment, and it's almost giving me this, like, it's feeding your ego, and it's bringing a lot of disappointment. And Spirit is wanting you to really look at this situation, this ending, as a blessing right now. Okay. What else, Spirit? What else with pile 3? Straight to the point. We got the Hangman. The Hangman talks about letting go. It's about also enlightenment and contemplation here. There needs to be a new perspective here for you. See it from a different point of view. This pain, this negativity, see it from a different point of view. Now, it does feel like right now, because you're in the thick of it, I don't know why I thought about that TikTok song, into the thick of it, into the thick of it. We're going through the woods, on and on we push. Yeah, and now I see what Spirit is trying to say. Push forward. You need to push forward. Let go of this resistance. Let go of the negativity. You need to go through the pain in order to overcome this pain, this Tower moment here. This ending. Because when you do, death is not always bad. It's also about a rebirth. And you need to look at it from this perspective, even though right now it's very painful. Okay, what else, Spirit? What else for pile 3? We got the Queen of Wands in reverse. The Queen of Wands in reverse is very vengeful. So I feel if this is about a relationship, and you have a lot of Scorpio placement in your chart, when a Scorpio is crossed, they want to attack with their stinger. And Spirit is saying, let's not do that. Let's not scoop to that level. It might be so that somebody hurt you and you want to just go ahead and poison them back. And I feel like whatever poison this individual or this situation inflicted on you, use that as an antidote, as the cure to transform. Okay, one more, Spirit. Ooh, this one's deep. And the last card is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is somebody who is ambitious, who is consistent, and it also talks about manifestation. Use the poison that was inflicted in you. Instead of using that for revenge, use that to your advantage. Use that so you can become this high priestess. Wow. Okay. All right, pile 3. I'm going to give you some advice. This one's deep. Okay. Pile 3, what advice do you need to hear right now? Call your bullshit on your bullshit. Okay. Want to get out of a rut? The first step is to get tired of the bullshit. Your bullshit, their bullshit, the world's bullshit. Spend today honing your sense of deja vu. Once you can spot the old shit, you can start to think, you can start to stop that old shit. So it might be easy. And I mean, I'm on your side here. It might be easy to blame circumstances and the other individual. If this is about another individual here, it might be easy to put the blame on somebody else, but you also need to call yourself out too. You were also a participant in whatever the situation is that Spirit wants you to release. Okay? It might be easy to blame, but it takes two to tango. That's what I just heard. It takes two to tango. So for this full moon in Virgo, let go of this, whatever it is, and use it. Use that pain for your advantage and look at it for a higher perspective. It brought you wisdom, and I feel like it might have given you a spiritual awakening here. So be grateful for that, even though it hurts. Use this full moon energy to release this situation that is weighing you down, and find gratitude, because it's going to open up your intuition tenfold here. If you already are intuitive, but it's going to take it to a whole nother level here. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here. I hope this resonated. I mean, this is really deep. If it did, I would love to hear from you. Comment, like, and subscribe if you feel the need. I will see you in your next reading. Bye-bye.